Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into or talk about Taehyung being forced to leak about his old lover. This is on a TV show. It's actually very funny and cute. We have a lot of funny and cute teas lately. Them haters are asleep recently and we can just enjoy the vibe. I also want to get into Jungkook's MIXTAPE, which apparently is going viral on the tweetster. It's crazy. So grab your dumpling tea spilling mug merch and let's get into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now let's jump into it. Now the first thing that I want to get into is Taehyung and him recently being on a TV show, being forced to talk about his lover. He was kind of forced. It was funny. So if you aren't aware, BTS has a reality TV show called Run BTS. They play a lot of games on this show. They do a lot of silly things, and oftentimes in these shows, we can really see who they are as a person. When they play games and are competing with each other, this is like when you see them cursing and freaking out, and it's all just a very fun time. In this particular episode we are going to be talking about is going to be episode Run BTS, episode 124, which is currently the most recent. But if you're from the future, it won't be. Hi future, tell me, does Taehyung confess his love to me? I'm kidding, he already did at the altar. Anywho, in this episode it was a pretty laid back and chilled one. Each member went up to a small stage to present the stuff that they would like the next episodes to be centered around. Most likely things that BTS has always wanted to do, but never really got the chance. They do most of their fun life experiences on camera. Taehyung suggested learning instruments, things like that. But we're actually going to go back a little before that. Right when Taehyung went on that little stage, RM being like a naughty student, yelled at Taehyung, asking Taehyung about his first love. No doubt Taehyung felt a little bit of pressure, and even people online joked about this by saying, well RM, V's first love is his private matter, ha 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 ha. That's hilarious. It is no doubt a private matter, and RM, you cannot force Tay to talk about it. Naughty, naughty boy. I'm joking. We're all definitely very curious to hear about this, and RM knows that. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna give some deets? But Taehyung squeezed his lips together and just shook his head, and then continued to talk about what he wanted the Run BTS episodes to be centered around, which I was fine with as well. He can definitely choose to keep his secrets. However, this then became a conversation online, and people were wondering what RM knew that maybe we didn't, and if Taehyung talked about his first love before. It resurfaced that apparently Taehyung did speak about this before, a little while ago on a show called Rookie Kings. Some of you newer armies and even older armies, including myself, were likely not around when BTS did Rookie Kings, because this was in 2013. BTS was a lot more open back then, as I would imagine most people who are just starting out in the industry are. They just share what they would normally share with their friends to the public, but then slowly realize, I can't say this or that. It becomes problematic. So a lot of things were talked about when BTS was on Rookie King that they do not share now. One of them in particular was a moment that Taehyung shared talking about one of his first crushes back in school. He mentioned that this love was like one-sided, as all of my marriages are, and he apparently wanted to confess his love to her via a phone call. But because it was rainy that day, she never picked up the call. I do definitely wonder what happened with her afterwards, if she ever found out, or if Taehyung took that as a sign to not say anything to her, but I am assuming it ended okay. Hopefully no bad blood. But if there was, Taehyung is now this super successful and rich and amazing person, and also super kind and handsome. Although he was also probably super kind and handsome back then too. But maybe she's kicking herself right now, and Mr. Taehyung has likely deleted her number by now. I do wish BTS would share more about their life lately. I do think they're holding back, and I can understand why. But I think these stories would make us love Taehyung and BTS so much more. Is that we all relate to the same stuff, and we've all gone through the same struggles. It makes us feel closer to BTS. I think we can all relate to one-sided love. But I wanted to see what some people were saying over on the Twitter. One person wrote, not at Namjoon suddenly asking Taehyung about his first love. I love that everyone online was freaking out about the fact that RM had the audacity, the balls, to even ask Taehyung about his first love. Other Tweetster people had a confession to make, saying this: I want to confess everything, that I am his first love. Sorry everyone that I had to keep this secret up to me. You know what? Period. We're all married. What's even more funny, because I think what RM was doing wasn't necessarily trying to get Taehyung to spill the tea, but since the Run BTS episode centers around them going on stage and presenting their ideas, it's almost as if they're students and teachers. This tends to be a very typical question that Korean students ask their teachers as a kind of way to joke with the teacher or be cute. It is very cute. This seems to be the general students in Korea, is that even if they're rude or more of those delinquent students, they're still nowhere near here as bad as American delinquent students. In America, students be throwing sheets of paper, spitting on their teachers. So asking about a first love is actually adorable. And you know what? If I was a high school teacher in Korea, I would do that. I would be like, you know what? Let me tell ya. I was searching on the internet and I found 7 boys named BTS, and I decided that we were married. And then we were married. It's really easy to get married in America. And I found my true love. Then all the students would clap, and then BTS would walk through the door and be like, I am here, hubby. And I'd be like, yas. And then we'd run off to the sunset. Maybe Bang PD Daddy can bring the private helicopter. My dreams are very specific. Now, Taehyung has many interesting things in his life that I do hope one day he shares with us. For example, his mixtape. When is that going to happen? Honestly, I'm predicting spring or fall, but he's not the only one that we are speculating about this mixtape. I woke up this morning to JJK1 trending on the Tweetster. I was like, wait, a Jungkook mixtape. We haven't forgotten about the Taehyung one. What is Big Hit Daddy doing? Is they trying to kill us? But there are several reasons as to why we believe Jungkook's mixtape might be coming out. Or we're just being clowns. But I'll get into it and our clownery. The first kind of crazy thing is when Jungkook changed his profile picture to his Apple Music to a side profile of Jungkook, and I believe Taehyung playing the violin. Now when BTS changes a profile picture or does anything like that, they know that armies are going to be speculating. So I don't know if they do it willy-nilly. I think they have a plan when they do it. And this is proven by the fact that when Suga released his mixtape for Augusti, he had changed his Apple Music profile picture, and then the internet went crazy and the mixtape was dropped. When armies dug deeper into Jungkook's changes, they noticed his bio was changed too. This I am not 100% sure because I don't think I really noticed his bio previously, but apparently it was written by someone named Neil Z Young, which is apparently the same person who wrote the bio for the rap line, like J-Hope, Suga, and RM, which of course have all released mixtapes before. So it appears like they are using the same person or the same team, which means Jungkook is planning on doing similar work. Why do I feel like we might get a Jungkook mixtape before Taehyung? But interesting enough, the Apple Music profile picture changed, and the screenshots of the music page went completely viral and trended all over the JJK1 hashtag. And people were wondering if this was indeed happening, or if it was just us making a fool of ourselves. However, 99% of the time, armies get it right. But I wanted to see what some people were saying over on our Tweetster. One person wrote, we're all waiting for 12 a.m. KST, but what are we actually waiting for? KTH1, JJK1, a new album announcement, or are we clowns? I mean, we could be a clown. I love clowns. They make 40K a year in a salary. But I think we might actually get something, which is exciting. I think a lot of us still want a Taekook subunit, which if you don't know what a subunit is, at least a subunit in K-pop, because it might mean something else in a different genre or whatever. But it's basically like 2 or 5 members of the original group don't make an album or a few songs. It's a sub of a unit being the whole group. So they want Taekook to have an album or whatever. And even if it's not a full-blown subunit, even if it's just like a few songs, us armies would be happy. I have no doubt that there isn't someone at Big Hit or whatever that keeps up with the trends or fan culture that happens within the fandom. So Big Hit likely knows that one of the biggest ships out there is Taekook. And then they're like, okay, let's possibly give armies this subunit that they want. A lot of people are expecting this. One person even wrote, my mind right now, what if it's a Taekook mixtape? Anyway, let's get ready because JJK1 is coming anytime soon. JJK1 is coming. My 12 a.m. KST phobia has returned. I don't think any of us are getting any sleep in the next few days. BTS or Big Hit always releases music or things at like weird hours for me. It's like 12 a.m. KST or 6 p.m. KST, which is like 4 a.m. to me. So I have to set my alarm to like 3:30 a.m. and then sit in my bed for like 30 minutes, wanting to die, but first wanting to support my boys. Then I can die after. But then realizing I can't die because I have to stream the song for the next week. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. As always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and kind of check stuff out. A lot of videos over there that you can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down and all that stuff. So I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get reaction videos like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you would like to see over there. Link is in the top of the description down below. Also, anything you contribute over there gives back to this channel and all that. I have a video over there explaining that, which is free to watch. With that said, there's 2 new videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video. So click on one of those. I'll see you over there. Bye.